Is this the beginning of the end for the German Chancellor? After 6 years in office, is she losing her grip on power? Speculation on these questions is rife in the German press since the defeat of the Christian Democrats in their stronghold state of Baden-Württemberg. The Chancellor is now being accused of not having a clear line and of lacking credibility. But Angela Merkel is presenting an unflappable front and continues to stand firm on her policies, although perhaps with a touch less of her former conviction.
We've accomplished a great deal together and will continue to do so in the remaining years of the legislative period. And then we'll capitalize on our successes with our electorate in the upcoming elections.
Is the goddess of victory now facing defeat? But some political commentators point out that current world events would have caused any politician to falter.
I don't think that Ms. Merkel has changed in the past 6 months. Politics itself has. She's being confronted with political problems. For example, the crisis with the euro and the nuclear disaster in Japan, which came on suddenly, without warning. Those were catastrophic problems that required a quick reaction.
It's been hard political times also for Guido Westerwelle, the foreign minister and vice-chancellor, and head of the business-friendly Free Democratic Party. He's under serious pressure, and it's not clear if he'll continue to play the leading role as his party reinvents itself.
We'll undertake a full discussion in an orderly and focused manner, and we'll focus especially on long-term solutions.
To stand a chance in the next federal elections, to maintain any relevance at all, or to recover it, the Free Democrats will have to do more than make staffing changes. They'll also have to come up with a new platform.
The governing coalition urgently needs to come up with a new policy on nuclear energy. In summer 2010, 6 months before the disaster in Japan, Chancellor Merkel abandoned the previous government's compromise solution that foresaw a gradual end to nuclear power generation. In her energy policy, it would once again play a prominent role.
This entails an extension of the operating periods for nuclear plants, which is both necessary and manageable, although I still don't know every detail of future energy scenarios.
The most important thing the government has to do now is to introduce a real change in energy policy, to replace the present symbolic nuclear moratorium. But this change in energy policy will require approval from within the party. After all, the business faction still favors nuclear energy. And they'll also have to convince the coalition partner, which is likely to be quite difficult.
Christian Lindner, General Secretary of the Free Democrats, wants to move his party toward a quick nuclear exit. But fellow party member and German economics minister Rainer Brüderle opposes the plan. And losing the election in Baden-Württemberg will make it more difficult for Merkel to push through her agenda with the Bundesrat in Berlin, the legislative body that represents Germany's 16 states. But Merkel has not run out of options, including the option of a new coalition partner.
Ms. Merkel is a pragmatic politician, and I can see her choosing any number of different coalition configurations, with the exception of the Left Party. In the medium and long term, we might see a Christian Democrat-Green coalition become a viable option, not only on the state level, but also on the federal level. The main stumbling block for this coalition would again be nuclear policy, of course. That's one of the core issues for the Green Party. But if the government decides to shift toward the Greens on this issue, that would open the door to the future.
Her opponents hope Angela Merkel is facing the beginning of her political end. But they also know better than to underestimate the tenacious politician.